battlefield is loud. Steel striking steel, commands shouted across the field, dust rising into the air as armies collide. But in the middle of that chaos, the most dangerous warrior is not the loudest. He is not the strongest. He is the one who can see clearly, the warrior who can focus, because in war, confusion kills faster than swords. And ancient warriors understood something modern life has nearly erased. Attention is power. The warrior who controls his attention controls the battle. Focus was never considered a luxury in ancient warfare. It was survival. A soldier distracted for even a moment could miss the movement of an enemy blade. A warrior reacting to the wrong threat could expose the entire formation. Battles often turned on seconds. One misread movement, one delayed reaction, one moment of lost attention. The Spartan warrior trained his mind to stay locked on the immediate moment. Not the noise, not the fear, not the chaos, only the task in front of him. This is why ancient commanders valued soldiers who could remain mentally steady, because weapons may win a duel, but attention wins the battlefield. Spartan society was designed to create focus. The Agoj, their rigorous training system, stripped life down to its essentials. Young Spartans owned very little. They lived in disciplined groups. Their days were structured around training, learning, and survival. This simplicity had a powerful effect. Without constant distractions, the mind sharpened. A Spartan warrior was not thinking about comfort, not thinking about possessions, not thinking about unnecessary concerns. His attention was directed toward one purpose: becoming a better warrior. This environment trained the Spartan mind to remain fixed on a single objective, and that mental clarity carried directly into battle. The Spartan phalanx was one of the most disciplined military formations in ancient history. Each warrior carried a large shield called the aspis, but that shield did not only protect him, it protected the man beside him. If one warrior turned too early, the formation opened. If one warrior lost focus, the line weakened. This meant every Spartan soldier had to maintain constant awareness. He watched the movement of the formation. He felt the pressure of shields around him. He listened for the commands of the commander. His focus could not drift, because the strength of the formation depended on collective concentration. This is why ancient historians often described Spartan armies as moving like a single organism. Their focus was shared. King Leonidas demonstrated extraordinary focus at the Battle of Thermopylae. Facing the massive Persian army of Xerxes, the Spartans knew the odds were overwhelming, but Leonidas did not allow panic to scatter the minds of his soldiers. He simplified the objective: hold the pass. Nothing else mattered, not the size of the enemy, not the noise of their approach, not the fear of defeat. Only the mission. This clarity of focus allowed the Spartans to hold the narrow pass far longer than any army expected, because when attention is concentrated on one purpose, fear loses its power. The Roman legions were another example of military focus. Roman soldiers drilled endlessly. Marching formations, shield movements, sword strikes. These drills were repeated thousands of times, not to make soldiers stronger, but to make them automatic. When battle began, a Roman legionary did not need to think about basic movements. His focus could remain on the battlefield itself. This gave Roman armies enormous advantage, because while enemy forces reacted emotionally, Roman soldiers remained controlled and aware. Their attention stayed on the mission, and discipline won battles across centuries. In Japan, samurai warriors developed another approach to focus. They practiced a concept called mushin, meaning mind without distraction. This state allowed a warrior to respond instantly without hesitation. In a sword duel, thinking too much could be fatal. If the mind jumped between possibilities, reaction slowed. But a focused mind remained calm. A samurai master once described it this way: when the mind is clear, the body moves before thought. This clarity allowed samurai swordsmen to react with incredible precision. Their attention was not trapped in fear or confusion. It was anchored in the moment. Today, the battlefield has changed, but the enemy remains the same. Distraction. Modern life floods the mind with stimulation, notifications, constant information, endless entertainment. The modern mind is pulled in dozens of directions every day. But divided attention produces weak results. Ancient warriors would recognize this problem immediately, because scattered focus leads to poor decisions, and poor decisions lead to defeat. The warrior mindset requires deliberate control of attention, the ability to decide what deserves your focus and what does not. One of the most powerful effects of focus is clarity. A focused warrior does not hesitate. He recognizes opportunity. He understands timing. He moves. Indecision often comes from too many competing thoughts, too many possible actions, but focus eliminates noise. It reduces the battlefield to the essential, the single movement that matters. And once that movement is clear, action becomes inevitable. Ancient warriors trained their minds just as seriously as their bodies. Spartans practiced discipline under stress. Roman soldiers strengthened concentration through repetition. Samurai used meditation to steady awareness. These practices created warriors who could maintain focus even under extreme pressure, because focus, like strength, improves through training. Each moment of concentrated effort strengthens attention. Each moment of distraction weakens it. Over time, the difference becomes dramatic. The trained mind becomes powerful. The most successful warriors in history shared a common trait. They committed to one direction. They did not chase endless possibilities. They chose a mission, and they focused relentlessly on it. Alexander the Great marched across continents with a singular objective. Roman generals built empires through disciplined campaigns. Spartan warriors trained their entire lives for a single role. Their attention did not wander. It moved forward. And when attention moves forward long enough, victory follows. History remembers warriors who could see clearly in chaos, those who held their focus while others lost themselves in noise. Because the battlefield always rewards the same trait: clarity. The warrior who can concentrate when others are distracted holds an invisible advantage, and that advantage compounds over time. Focus becomes skill. Skill becomes mastery. Mastery becomes legacy. Look at your attention. Where does it go every day? Is it scattered across endless distractions, or directed toward something meaningful? The warrior does not complain about distraction. He removes it. Choose your mission, protect your attention, and move forward with focus. Walk with honor. Stand your ground. Sharpen your attention. Follow the path. Warrior's Path.